Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and this should be a pretty quick one. I just have a single page layout here. Photos from Cincinnati. This was our dinner on our first evening. We went to a pub called Molly Malone's, and the weather was gorgeous, so we were able to sit at some outside tables. The food was good. I definitely want to have this memory as part of my album. So I have to pick out a card. I do want some journaling there because I do have some things I'd like to say. I've got some dead space here where I can do an embellishment of some type. And then, given if this one is at the bottom, I'm tempted to do something over here just so they're kind of away from each other. But we'll see how things go. In looking at the colors that I have here, obviously kind of the yellow jumps out a little bit. I do have a little bit of green here and then here with the lime. I have green here as well, but it's a different green. It's almost more of a like a teal kind of. So that's an option too. I'm not quite sure what all I want to do. I just realized actually I could go black and white as well, because look at the black mesh here that was on our table outside, and that's always safe. I mean, I would prefer a little color, but if I went black and white, at least then I could add color with phrase labels or puffy stickers or something. So I don't know. I'll go through here and see what I think might be fitting for what I've got. Well, due to the colors that I have going here and the amount of space I have far fewer options than I thought I would. So I have this one, which is actually more of an orange, but I think with that copper, it's okay. And it looks okay with the building there. So I would consider it. And I like that it says I ate this. Plenty of room for me to journal. It does bring in some color, so I have that. All the rest of my choices, though, are black and white because nothing else really worked. And I have this one, which I kind of like because of this pattern here. It reminds me of the table. So I feel like I could get away with it, but I also would probably add some color in there. I would need a yellow phrase or green or something because it's too black and white. But I like the idea of it. And then I have both of these, and they come in a set. I think I got 10 in each, and you can see I've used some of them. These are from Ellie's Studio, and this certainly gives me more room to journal if I want to talk about some stuff. This gives me less, but I kind of like that the little check the box thing, and then I can do the stars. So I'm not totally sure on which of these I like the most. So I think what I may do is leave them all sitting here and then pull out some embellishment stuff and ephemera just to see like how would everything match? How would it go together? I feel like maybe that's my best bet at this point. I have grabbed out 2 big bags of stuff here. So this is a lot of chipboard, wood veneer, stickers, that kind of stuff. And then here, these are mainly just stickers, but they're more unusual stickers. They're puffy, or they've got cutesy little designs, or they're foiled like some of these. Obviously, like the dessert ones don't work. But I'm going to go through all of this and just see what's at my disposal that I can use, and hopefully I'll find something that goes together. I have found 2 things that I'm pretty sure I want to use. One is this phrase that says time to eat. And yes, it has a very light pink background, but this color is that kind of burnt orange in the copper. And I think that might go well. And when I was looking at this, I realized like, oh, I don't really need that recorded on business. And so I could just like put this over that and maybe that would be okay, or even go more to the left so you still see some of the dots there, but something like that, and it brings in some color, so it serves 2 purposes, which I love. Then I also found this al fresco dining, and that's what we were doing. And originally I thought, oh, that would be perfect right here. I don't like these like that. It's too similar. So I probably would have to move it over here, which would be fine. Then they're opposite. Then if I'm going to do something there, I think I almost need like a circular element. Obviously, I have some stuff like I have something like this I feel like that's too much. I think I'd want to go smaller, just enough maybe where I could stamp something on it, perhaps. Because I do have some smaller food related stamps in my stash that I'm sure I can find something there that would work. So I think right now this is my plan. I've pulled out 2 stamp sets that I'm thinking about using here if I do go with a circular element. I have this small set, which is an older one from Technique Tuesday, and I love that it's called Chow Down. It's a planner set actually, but you can use it for anything obviously, but it's called Chow Down, and it's from 2016, so I've had this a while. I have no idea if this is still available. I actually haven't been out on Technique Tuesday's site in a long time. Are they still in business? I think they are. But otherwise, if you like it, maybe check eBay. That's the only other thing I can think of. But there are lots of smaller options there that would work. And then I pulled this one as well. And this one was for In a Creative Bubble. It's their design, but it actually was sold by Studio Calico. Again, no idea if it's out there, but if you like it, go out and see if you can find if it's still being sold somewhere. And on this one, I was looking at these little icons. I like the drink because you can see I was having a ginger beer here, and then my friend had something else too. So that would be okay depending on how large the circle is. But then I just like the little knife and fork in the plate. That's cute too. So I think I can find something between these 2 sets. I'll make something work, I'm sure. I think I've decided that I'm going to go green. I had these out because I was thinking at one point I would do the yellow to match that, but I kind of like this lime green color here. There's just a little bit there and here, but I think it would be nice to bring it over. And I started with this one, but I think I actually like this one better. It's obviously from a misprint that I did, but I'll use it this way and then that won't show through because I really only need about that much. I'm going to cut it off anyway. So I feel like that's a better use of this item, and it's the color I want. So then I just need to pick what's going to fit from here onto this. I decided to go with this little stamp and it came out perfectly, which is awesome. So now I can attach it and then I'll cut off what I don't need. So I want to line it up about there so that I can cut off that part that shows through a little bit. So I want to get it lined up as best I can and then centered as well. Is that pretty centered? I think so. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I was trying to go right on that line there so that I would be able to cut it all off. There we go. So that should work. And there we go. And I will, as usual, put a little staple in there for visual interest. And now I have that. Do I like it with all this other stuff? Let's see. I do, I think. I just noticed everything is kind of weighted to the bottom, though. This is bottom, that's bottom, that's bottom. I have nothing like at the top of these photos. I could move this to here and make it like a subtitle. I can cut off those ends and make that smaller. Should I do that? Then they all feel like they're clustered to the middle. Maybe I'll mess around with it a little bit and just see, like, am I okay with it being this way or do I need something else? I think I'm going to switch from having this here to having it here, just so that it is more at the top and these feel a little bit more like a visual triangle. It's spread out better. I hope I don't regret leaving that big white space empty. We'll find out. This is, I believe, a wood veneer from Colorcast Designs. They tend to make theirs very, very thin like this, and then with the 3M sticky that you peel off. So I'm pretty sure it's an older one from them. They tend to make what they make, they run out of stock, and that's it. So I'm sure this isn't available. I'd be very surprised if it was. So sorry to tell you, you probably can't get that one. And I don't even remember how long I've had that. I think a while because I was waiting for the right thing to use it and just didn't have anything. So I'm happy that I get to use it now. So let's look at this. Is that all this needs? Oops, I thought I had adhered this. I did not. Do I need to cut it before I do it? No, I think it's okay. I think I'm going to put it on the left edge though, so it'll probably get a staple in there. Well, maybe not, because I have one. Maybe I don't need more than one. Let's hang it off a little bit more so that I don't need one. We just won't leave room for it. How about that? There. And then you can still see this little part peeking out, which is kind of fun. Cut that off. All right, what do I think of that? Is it done? I think it is. I thought for a second there, ooh, do I need a puffy sticker like a star or something? No, I think it's okay as it is. It's fine to keep it simple because there's a lot happening, especially in these two photos. So I think it's good. So here's another one done for Cincy. Thanks for watching.